Yay!
Hey!
Welcome back, everyone.
We're back.
Yeah.
The thing that no one asked for.
Correct.
You've got it.
We've like upped all the production value. Where are we?
New home, Marshall Street Studios.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice,
studio.
nice. Yeah.
We're not in your masty cave anymore.
Nah, it's dirtier now as well. So
Good.
yeah, that's
We used to
exactly
do
what
it
you
in
want.
Stu's.
Fucking stay put, you prick.
Yeah, mine keeps. We used to do it in Stu's.
Spill my beer.
Masty room, and it was good. It just got really sweaty in there,
And it was bullshit uncomfortable.
yeah, the chairs were fucked.
So now I've got a couch.
Yeah, so if I fall asleep, thank you.
Yep. Because you will.
Yeah, because this is boring as
Yeah.
How many people asked you what happened to the podcast?
A few. I reckon probably, 4 or 5.
I think 2, maybe.
Yeah.
That's heap. I mean, 6 is
That's plenty.
That's more than 0.
Yep. I mean,
So we'll say now why. It's because there was money issues. There was sponsorship dramas.
we tried to sign contracts.
Stu
The problem was no one offered any.
No, Stu was like, fuck, we're getting all these sponsorship deals. And I'm like, man, listen, no way, man.
too
no
hard.
way, man.
Just too much to
I don't
sort
sell
through.
out, man.
Yeah.
So we did sell out. So I want to thank our first sponsor, McDonald's.
Oh, Mackie D's.
If you want to be a fat piece of shit.
That's my life. No, it's not. I don't really eat it.
Nah, I've eaten it about 5 times this year, and I liked it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It tastes good. Fuck everyone that's like, Macca's is shit. It's not, though.
The only thing worse than Macca's is when you have Macca's and it is shit. Because I've had
Yeah.
it shit. And I'm
Yeah,
just
they
like,
put like the tiniest bit of sauce or fucking...
even like just, I don't know, the meat that they got from the animal doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it was
Or
raw.
you can taste the testicles in
Yeah.
the meat. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, I've got some stats to start off the podcast
Okay.
with.
I had more sponsorships though.
Oh, we have more
Okay.
sponsorships?
Marlboro cigarettes. If you want
they still
cancer,
exist?
yeah. If you want cancer, smoke our product.
Yep.
What other
That's a
ones?
good one.
Beer. You want to be a fat idiot and lose your family? have a bevy on us,
Get
mate.
addicted. Any sort of... Imagine they had sponsorship for drugs.
Yeah.
Well, they do for alcohol. It's no different.
Alcohol's the number 1 worst drug, nearly.
Yeah.
Well, there's other bad ones, I'm sure. I mean, I'm not up with
think-
drug lingo.
Well, what smokes are the worst, and then alcohol, or is alcohol?
I think
the
alcohol's
worst?
the worst.
From like actual deaths.
I think actual death, the sun is the worst.
No,
Like skin cancer and that.
Nah.
Everyone gets skin cancer.
Yeah, but a lot of it's malign.
I don't know what that
malignant.
means, yeah.
No, malignant's the bad one. Benign.
I don't know. The sun's pretty bad. I think I heard something that like if space made sound, we'd hear the sun. That's how fucking
sizzling.
Yeah,
It's like a barbecue.
yeah, like you'd hear it. It's true. Ask Matt. Ask
Sounds like a motor.
I don't know.
All right, well, should we get to the stats?
Yeah.
I got some stats for you. So last time that we graced the airwaves was the 20th of May last year. So it's
Heaps have happened since then.
Yeah, fucking heaps.
I mean, there's billionaire pedophiles getting killed left, right. There's
Finally.
yeah. I mean, anyone who thinks that he killed himself,
Yeah.
you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Like
24-hour watch on his suicide watch.
Yeah.
And he does it. Okay. That's like the complete opposite of that person's job. Oh, I fell asleep.
yeah, but like, I mean, everybody saw it coming.
That guy's got to get fired.
Everybody saw it coming a mile away that had any interest in it. It's just like, yeah, it's a matter of days until the Clintons suicide him because they suicide all their friends.
Yeah.
But it's like
That's the easy way. That's the easiest
But
way
even
to do
like
it.
I was watching ABC yesterday, and they do some comedy show, The Chasers ex people,
Yeah.
and they were like laughing at people who think that Epstein was murdered, and I'm like, how can you not think he was? How can you not think that he wasn't murdered?
Yeah. I think a lot of people, when they hear conspiracy theories, they jump straight to, it's a
bullshit.
conspiracy theory, so it's bullshit.
Yeah, and I get that. But if you just think about it for like half a second, you got a billionaire who was done for raping kids in the 80s and he got off because he paid people off. He's getting done now. He's friends with all these other billionaires that he has records on. Prince Andrew's got footage of him diddling kids. And then it's like, he's the most...
But how do they... Is that information available?
Of that Prince Andrew? Yeah. It's all, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But it's
I
like
don't really know.
but like they separate it. Like
So that's like
it's
a separate
different
entity.
Yeah, no, it's a different thing. It's like they were best friends. It's like, it doesn't matter. And then like the Clintons flew on his jet like 27 times to his little sex island with children.
Yeah.
It's like, I've flown
That's the footage that they had that he was trying to, like, that they were scared that would get out somehow.
Yeah, but I think they got footage of him like with children. Like apparently there's CDs that will have like Bill plus this girl's name and all on discs and shit. How could they not?
Who said that?
The internet. Don't worry about who said what. Worry about what's said.
That's all that matters. Someone said it, so let's believe that shit.
A couple of things I found interesting was that Bill Clinton's like, I hardly knew him, but you flew with him like 27 times.
That's knowing someone very well.
Because I know Julia well, and we've been on a plane together twice. Like we've got to up the numbers there.
But how? Like, what do you do on a plane? You do fuck all on a plane. You might watch movies or read a book or something.
On a plane trip with someone that you've close with
a private jet. Like, if you've got a private jet, you're sitting in the same room. If you're sitting in the same room for at least 3 hours, you're going to talk about heaps.
All the little
times 27.
All the little girls and boys and that.
Yeah, can't fucking wait.
And then like the suicide with the Clintons, they've got something like 54 friends or associates who
that's a lot.
Who have been
who
have committed suicide. That's too many to know.
Yeah,
but surely there's a little link there between them, and if you know them, there's a likely chance you'll kill yourself.
Yeah. Don't look at the numbers. Nah, should be right. Just have a beer with them.
Yeah.
You're fucked. All right, you're gonna kill yourself.
Yeah.
Kill yourself someday.
It's dark though. There's this one girl. She was like from Holland or something. She was a prostitute that was in with these billionaires, and she was saying stuff, and she put up a tweet saying, I am not depressed, I will not kill myself, I will not drown in my bath, I will not die by suicide. Next day, dead by suicide.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, she told you literally she wasn't going to, because she knew it was game over.
Blame it on mental health?
Oh, blame it on herself,
when
really it was the good old-fashioned killery.
Killery, yeah, good. Did you get that one from the internet? Did you make that up?
No, everything I say comes from my brain. I don't steal nothing.
Yeah. More facts? You want another fact?
Yeah, go on.
5,901 plays on SoundCloud we've had.
5,901. Wow.
That's all right.
It's good. I'm pretty sure we're probably 5,899.
I definitely don't listen to it.
No, I don't. I
have to when I'm editing it, but if I don't have to edit it, I don't listen to it.
No, I probably listen to it once afterwards just to hear myself sound like Ray Romano from Everyone Loves Raymond.
And how many times you get the English language incorrect.
Yeah, and also every time that you're making a somewhat decent point. And I'm just like, no,
that's your shtick.
Don't you hate fucking pants?
That's the thing. That's what this show is. Don't give it away, you fucking idiot. All right, and now out of those 5,901 plays, we had 24 likes.
Yeah, but that's heaps.
24 likes.
YouTube.
That is a good strike rate. 5,000.
What's 24 divided by 5,901?
0.00
That's still
shit.
YouTube. Some YouTube videos get like 1 million views and they get like 4,000 likes.
Yeah.
Like people don't like shit.
Yeah.
To get a like is
good.
Is good.
All right.
That's why I like.
Right. I'll sleep easy now.
Yeah. That's why I like Reddit. Like I put a picture of Bear on Reddit yesterday.
It gets upvoted.
He got 101 upvotes. Yeah. That's like he got like 100,000 views because.
Now I've got to ask you about that.
No.
I've got to ask you about that. You said in the picture that he goes to daycare.
Yeah, he went to
What is going to daycare? Why is a dog going to daycare?
Because he needs time when he's with his friends.
Every day?
Nah, no way. If we took up that fucking Macca's sponsorship, it'd be every day.
When do you determine whether he needs to go to daycare?
Barry's 5.5. He's been twice.
Oh.
In his whole life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. We're thinking of him going once a fortnight just to
give him some socialisation.
Meet some other dogs and that.
Yeah, fair call. Yeah, righto.
But yeah,
how do I sign up?
The idea of doggy daycare. If this was
for me, I'm gonna go hang out.
If you went to, what was I going to say? If you told me 6 years ago that someone was putting their dog in daycare, I'd be like, you are a douchebag. So
if you said that fucking, I don't know, last year? When was the first time that he went?
I don't know, 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, right. 2 weeks before that, if you had heard a dog's going to daycare, you're a fucking loser.
You are an idiot.
You are a loser.
Idiot. But no, dogs are sweet. Yeah, so Bear was at doggy daycare, but no one is interested in that at all. Anyway, what have you been doing since the last podcast? You've been doing nothing.
Fuck, heaps. Well, went overseas with Deborah and we went to Europe for over a month. Got engaged.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations to everyone.
Yeah. That's good. No, it's good. Plan for the wedding. The wedding's starting next year. It's going to be something.
Is that annoying?
It's not really. Everyone laughs at us, but this works, right? So you're not going to
does all the shit.
No. So she thinks about it more, obviously. She obviously thinks about it more.
Can I play music at the wedding? No, Stu, you can't. That's the only thing I'm good for.
No, so because at the start, obviously she's super excited. So am I, of course. But she's thinking about it fucking 24/7, pretty much, you know. So she kept coming at me with stuff, and it's hard to be interested all the time with anything, let alone a wedding. So she's coming with, and I'm, you know, half the time I'm interested, half the time I'm not, and she's getting frustrated. So I'm like, okay, we need to instigate a time where we can actually talk about it. So we've got...
Because I'm not interested 24 hours a day.
Oh, it's just too much, anything. So I just said, look, let's do it. So we organise wedding chats like once a month, and we have all the jobs that we've got to do, shit we've got to talk about, and we talk about it then. You know, obviously there's other times that when she'll come to me and say some stuff, I'll be like, you know, but she gets the most out of me in those wedding chats.
That short period. Yeah.
But that's so it's easy. It's like not like we organise it so far in advance.
But she's interested in planning a wedding.
Yeah, she likes it. Yeah, just thinking about all the different stuff.
That's why if you're with a girl who's not interested in planning a wedding, then you're not going to get married.
Maybe, or just go into the office and just get it.
Yeah, what office?
There's a marriage office.
Is there?
Yeah.
Where's that located?
City. Obviously.
Yeah, weddings they annoyed me at a time because every week are getting married people.
Are they?
They were.
For
me,
probably
they
have
were.
max like 3, yeah, but you're a wog.
Well, not 2016.
I've had like, I get 3 a year, if that.
We don't get many these days, but 2016, I think we had about like 12. And they're just the same. You go, blah, blah, blah. Oh, we're so, yeah, all right, you can be divorced. Move on, next wedding. like Bill Burr, he goes, if there's a 50% chance weddings will fail.
These days,
it's like if you're going to jump out an airplane and there's a 50% chance the parachute ain't going to work, you just wouldn't do it.
But that's not the reason why people get married, though. It's
because they wait to get divorced.
Exactly. But it's not like...
It is.
It's not like jumping out of a plane, because jumping out of a plane is a quick thrill. You know, and it happens so... Like,
I'm sure lots of people have died from parachutes not working.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people have died from being angry about divorces. Ipso facto, weddings are good and that, but I like going to them. But there was a time when they were just like 21st.
Yeah, I know. And they're just the same songs, the same fucking... okay, you're dancing.
Here, I'm going to hear the story from the bride's dad. Oh, I remember when you came home and brought...
Yeah, you were immediately part of the family.
All right, yeah. You won't be thinking this in 7 years' time. I'm sorry.
Killing my dreams here.
Nah. The best wedding I went to was...
It's good. Like, I enjoy weddings. I think the negative parts for some of them outweigh the good ones, but most of the time the good parts outweigh the negative bits.
Yeah. I remember one...
I think, like, when you're saying, like, it's just the same shit happening over the time, like, that's when it's just repetitive, but all the other bits are good.
Weddings would be sweet
if free booze and having good food.
Yeah. Weddings are sweet if you go and you like... There's like 8 people there that you want to see.
Yeah.
Because then you can just hang out with them and just have a drink.
And it's a good way to just
And that's cool. It's just when the bride gets in the way. It's like you're talking and they're like, all right, we're going to cut the cake. Cut it. Why do I have to know this?
Because that's the point of a wedding, for those ceremony stuff.
That's for them to do.
So's you going.
The bride doesn't know that I'm there. Just leave me.
Well, they wouldn't have invited you, though.
They usually don't. It's because like Julia gets invited and I'm the partner.
Yeah.
So
your opinion doesn't matter then. Got him.
Yeah, I've been to all sorts of weddings. I've been to massive wog weddings.
Yeah.
I've been to little backyard weddings. Yeah, I think I got 3 coming up this year.
What are the good ones? The good ones are the ones that aren't super traditional. I went to a super traditional wedding recently. It was just so boring. Things took forever. They talked for ages.
Arab weddings are sick. They're always going schizo.
Just heaps of people
hip
or
drums and dancing.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that.
that's cool.
Italian weddings.
When it's an actual celebration, like you can see the celebratory parts. It's not just like come, sit in a room, eat food, listen to us talk. Like shit wedding bands. I hate shit wedding bands.
Yeah,
it's like
DJs
just put the
usually
fucking iPod on. People will way prefer that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't see many bands these days at weddings. I can't really remember the last one that had a band.
Yeah.
But Italian weddings are probably the most boringest.
Yeah.
Because ours are pretty
super traditional.
regimen. Not even traditional. It's just like you go church, done that. Then you wait. Then you go to the reception. Then you sit down. Then the bride and that walk in. Then you have entree. Then you get up. Then you sit down for dinner. Then you get up. Then you sit down for dessert. Then you get up. They do speech. Sit down for coffee. Go home.
Yeah. I was never really a fan of the sit down, eat weddings. I like cocktail ones. We're having a cocktail one. Like, just easier. Just have the food there whenever.
Yeah.
You know, eat whatever you want. You don't have to eat the shit that we choose for you.
Actually, the best wedding I went to was mate Ollie's in Thailand. That was the best. Because he had it on the beach, the best looking scenery, and it was just, a table full of this grouse
Just
Thai food,
yeah.
like so nice. And then I think I said, I'm like, how much did all this cost? And he's like, oh, $8,000.
That's fucking good as.
I'm like, in Australia, minimum wedding is
40,
like,
yeah.
50.
Yeah.
Like, I got a friend of mine who went to get her hair done for a wedding, and they're like, what's it for? She's like, a wedding. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's $8 million. She went to the joint next door, and they're like, I need my hair done for a deb.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, that's like $200. It's like, sweet. Same fucking hair.
I know. Yeah, it's fucked.
People get taken.
Commodities.
It's like for one day too.
Yeah, I know.
Like I said, it's going to end in fucking... So what's the point? Parties are sweet.
Other shit happened this over the past year and a bit.
Year and a half.
What about you?
I went to Italy too.
Yeah.
Italy...
I think...
We nearly were there at the same time. I think I came back just as you were
you
going
did.
there.
Yeah.
So, Rome, Amalfi, Calabria, Sicily, family in Calabria and Julia's family in Sicily. Italians are, like, maybe because my heritage is that, I fucking was getting so annoyed at these Italians.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go back to Italy now.
Yeah.
Like, I miss it now. But when I came back, I was just like, these fucking Italians.
Yeah.
It's like I
had an Italian experience.
Yeah, it's like they think that they're the only people that exist in the entire world.
Yeah, they don't like lines. They don't like any of that.
But
shit.
it's always like, I got a couple of quick ones. I remember we were waiting in line to get on a plane, and the line was 60 people long, and it was moving, and it was fine. And when you got up to the front of the line, there was 2 people there cutting the tickets to get on the plane. So when you got to the front, you just went to whichever one was free.
Yeah.
This little bald Italian man was walking.
Just cuts line.
He was just walking along the line, and he went to the lady at the front to give her the ticket, and the lady's like going,
"Fuck,
there's a line," and he goes, "You broke it, you idiot."
I'm a sound engineer. I broke it. It's broken. Yeah, go on. Keep telling your story.
I can't while you're breaking the fucking equipment.
I don't know how I'm going to fix this. See how that goes.
Anyway.
That's going in the bin.
There was this little Italian man walking, and he walked past the line to the 2 people there and just gave his ticket.
Yeah.
And the lady just goes to him, there's a line. And he just looks at the line and goes, oh, scusa, I didn't see it.
Yeah,
Scusa.
but still hoping that she would let him in.
But I'm like, you didn't see the line? You didn't see the 60 to 80 fucking
thing
people
that you walked alongside?
You walked past. Unless you were a horse and you've got those blinders on where you can't see anything because you'll be distracted by other horses. How did you not see it, you bald little idiot?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was a fun day at the airport in Sicily.
We had a similar thing happen. So we were hiring the car and we were lining up, and they took forever. Like, behind the counter there was like
Where, in Rome?
2 people. No, it was Venice.
Oh, yeah.
So Venice Airport. So we're waiting in line. I think we're probably third in line, but the two people that are doing it are just slow as fuck, like taking their time.
That's
probably
funny.
on minimum wage. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but sorry to interrupt, but when we were in the south where they've got not much, but it's really nice in summer, and that's where they make their money.
Yeah.
And when you go there to get something, maybe we're fast paced here compared to them, fine, but like you give them the money and they're just like in slow motion. I'm like, can't move.
Hurry up, man.
Like,
I've got shit to do,
but I
bro.
want to. You want to make money in this time, don't you?
Yeah.
What about this one? When you go there and something's €18 and you give them a 50.
Yeah.
Oh, smaller.
Yeah.
Take it or leave
It's
it.
money.
Take it
I'm
or I'll
paying.
go. Whichever.
Yeah.
You can choose whichever one you want. I need smaller. I'm not giving you smaller,
Yeah.
you idiot.
Yeah.
Fuck, they pissed me off.
So we're lining up. Yeah, as I said, third in line probably. So estimated maybe 15, 20-minute wait. All of a sudden, there's probably two people behind us. So all of a sudden, this group of like four younger people, probably about 25 years old, just stand next to us. The line's here, it's curving off that way. They're standing here. I'm like, they're trying to cut in here. So they're just standing there going like this.
Yeah.
Just looking around.
Like a puppy.
Yeah.
Like a puppy that's in trouble. It's like if they don't look at me, if they don't look at me, I'm clear.
So I'm like,
you're not a ghost.
I'm standing there. I'm like, they're trying to cut in. I'm like, I'm fuming. Deb's like, shut up. I'm like, they're going to cut. They're going to fucking cut in line. So anyway, they try. And I go, there's a line. There's a line. And they're looking at me. They're like something in Italian, blah, 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 blah. And then the person in front of us, because they were like,
That's
like,
what they do.
Oh, nah. It's all good.
I didn't know.
And they were like, we were waiting here, blah, blah, blah. Person in front of me joins in. You have to get to the back, like in Italian to them. And then they start having a fight. And I'm like, fucking sick. This is mad.
You were worried that you were going to have to showcase your MMA skills, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, sometimes I've got to bring them out. So, didn't want that to be one of those times.
No,
so then they join in and then and then it's like, if you had have joined the back of the line when you arrived, you wouldn't have had to wait as long as now that you have to. Because they had to join the end. There was an extra 3 people by that time. Yeah. So now they've probably got to wait an hour. They probably only had to wait half an hour. Fucking idiots.
Yeah. Man,
fucking
Italians,
idiots.
they are fucking weird.
I was fuming.
Yeah.
I was like, they're fucking going to fucking get in. They're not getting in here.
So, yeah, we got booted out of a taxi as well in Rome.
Why?
Because they wanted us to pay more for having our bags or something.
Yeah, right.
And Julia's just like, the other guy, like yesterday we didn't get charged for bags. And he's just like, yes, you're there. And she's like, no, you didn't. And he's like, get out. Get out.
Fuck.
And
yeah,
I didn't want to.
It's a different form of society. It's like, but everyone over there just accepts things because they all do it.
Yeah.
So that's how that society works. Whereas we call shit out. It's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, we're more conservative.
Stingy.
Conservative. We follow the rules more.
We do.
We don't want to break the rules or we'll get into trouble.
Yeah.
Whereas they're like,
They just
fuck, how are
push
they gonna,
it. Yeah, exactly.
How are they going to know?
Yeah.
It's like, well, you can't steal. How are they fucking going to know?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's something. I don't care.
Yeah, you're right. I'm a thief now.
Yeah, we were going from the airport in Sicily to back to Rome.
Yeah.
And we were waiting, like, it was international, sorry, what's it when you're in a country? Domestic flight.
Domestic, yeah.
And like, we get there, we line up in the place just to drop the bags off because we have already electronically checked in.
Right.
So it's just to drop the bags off. We get there and we are early. Lady behind the desk goes, "You're too early."
Yeah.
We're like, okay. We were in the line for probably 40 minutes.
Yeah.
She's like, go line up again and come back. I'm not going to line up again.
Yeah.
I go, just do it. She goes, it's too early. The plane's not on the computer yet. I'm like, she goes, she's like, stand to the side.
And when it happens.
When a plane comes on, I'll call you back in.
Yeah.
Cool. Another half an hour gone.
Yeah.
There's now half the plane standing with us on the side. A whole bunch of people just growing, right?
Just a shit system.
Yeah. Anyway, eventually, this is like 45 minutes in line, half an hour standing there. And I'm not getting annoyed because it's just like, it's like the same way you don't get annoyed at a baby when it's doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's like, there's idiots. Anyway, so eventually we go up. The lady goes, yeah, soon, right? Anyway. Then the lady changes with another lady. Like, but she did say these people are ready to go on. Anyway, we go there, check in. We've got the luggage. The lady's like, sorry, you didn't buy...
Missed it.
No. You didn't buy luggage. I'm like, we did. No, you didn't, right? Anyway, we didn't. Somehow, magically, we didn't buy luggage.
I've
We're like-
been in that position.
We're like, all right, sweet. Fucking put us in, buy luggage, please.
Yeah.
She goes, you can't buy luggage here. You've got to go all the way over there and buy luggage over there, right? I'm like,
Just the
sick.
shittest
Sick. Anyway, storm over there, wait there for probably 25 minutes. People are cracking it, and I've got wings out now because there's little Italian men and women they're cracking. This is the place to crack it, and they're barging in, and I'm just like, fucking like that,
Stay
right?
back, you fuckers.
Anyway, this little girl I'm just like, you're going to get an elbow on the forehead. Anyway, eventually we get to the top. I go, we're on this flight.
Yeah.
Julia's sort of doing the talking as well because she speaks a bit of Italian.
Yeah.
We've got to buy luggage for this flight.
Yeah.
Anyway, she goes, you don't buy luggage here.
Oh, get fucked. What do you mean?
I go, that lady said you do, right? She goes, what number is she at? I go, number 8. She stands up, calls number 8, and number 8 answers it, and this lady's standing up, and she's just drilling her in Italian.
Yeah, because it probably happened.
Anyway, she goes, fuck. She goes, go back there. You buy luggage from her.
Yeah.
I go, fuck this. And I've cracked it now.
Yeah.
And Julia's like, don't crack it. But I was sort of...
You're allowed to at this stage, I think.
But also in Italy, Italy's motto should be like, the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Yeah.
If you don't complain,
Yeah,
they're just going to walk over you and give you
correct.
shit to the person who did complain.
Yep.
So I can't speak Italian. So I had the bag, right? This idiot was talking to 2 other people. I just interrupted them, stepped in front of them, threw the bag down. Can't speak Italian, right? So I threw the bag down and I've just gone, ciao. That's it. And she's like, so. I go, fuck, whatever. Do this thing now, right? Anyway, she's like, just wait. And then this other lady came up who I felt sorry for her. She was like running the whole show and she could speak, I heard her speak like 5 languages.
Yeah.
And she comes up to us because like Julia's getting annoyed and that. And Julia can speak Spanish. So she comes up to me and Julia and everyone in Italy thought that me and Julia were Spanish. And she comes up to us and she goes, in English, she says, in Italian, she goes, are you guys Spanish? Julia answers back in Spanish, no, we're Australian. The lady just walked off.
Fuck. That's so good.
Anyway, go there, credit card, buy the luggage. Something happened with their machine.
Yeah.
Do it again. Got the luggage, go through. We're going through security. Julia just checks the credit card, charged twice for the bags.
Oh. Jesus Christ, just complete incompetence across the board.
And then on the
Fucking hell.
yeah, and then we were waiting in that line for another hour to get onto the plane when that little bald bloke chipped in.
That would have been, that's a shit day. That's a shit day at the office.
Was. I find the humor in it
you have to.
at the time. Even like Julia was sort of getting annoyed at me for
but
getting
it's out
angry.
of frustration though.
But
it's
I
out
was-
of like what else could fucking happen.
Yeah. Julia was getting annoyed at me because I was getting annoyed, but I was like, I'm actually okay. You've just got to put the persona on, especially in there. Otherwise, they're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
But I miss Italy. I wouldn't mind going back. Italy was sweet.
Yeah. Nice. What else? Anything else?
No, nothing else. The other thing with Italy is like, I noticed all the people are like not fat.
Yeah.
Why are they not fat when all they do is eat pasta and cannoli?
Yeah, I know. Do you know what I notice?
And smoking's still sweet.
Everywhere in Europe. How funny the different... Well, this is from being in Europe, but seeing so many tourists, you just notice the way that different people from different countries do things. So Italians just talk with their hands super loud, ba ba da ba, la da da ba ba ba. They don't give a shit.
Racist.
They don't care who hears. They could not give a fuck. Then Americans on the phone constantly, they're always on the phone at airports. And they're like this. They're like, I could not believe it.
Yeah.
Everything's like outrageous to them.
The first time I went to Europe, we did more of Europe.
Yeah.
And I ended up feeling sorry for Americans.
Yeah.
Because everyone hates them.
Yeah.
And they are loud and obnoxious, but like they're not bad.
No.
Like we had one on
it's innocent.
we were on this crowded bus and this woman
They
was
just
just
try
like,
and talk heaps,
do we
don't
get
they?
off here? I don't know if we get, Steve, do we get off here? Or is it the next one? I'm like, bitch, shut up.
But do you know, like,
No one has to hear everything.
No,
Whisper,
but-
he's next to you.
yeah, when they're on everything's outrageous to them, and everything's to the extreme for Americans. They're always like, I could not believe it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe it if I told you. You wouldn't believe
Trust
it.
me, I bet you.
Yeah,
I could
I'd
believe that
believe
the
you.
food came 10 minutes
yeah,
late.
exactly.
I bet you I can
Yeah,
believe that.
correct.
Unless the aliens came
Everything.
down and stuck a green thumb up your bum,
Yeah.
I'm sure whatever you say, I've heard or believed.
And they're always just like, it was the best food I've ever had.
There's people in this country that do that.
Yeah, but not as like all of the Americans
Yeah.
that just want to be heard. Another funny thing that happened in Europe was we were on this like food tour.
See how like we got those sponsorship deals? Now we just jet off to Europe all the time and that.
Yeah,
It's
we're
sick.
just like, yeah.
We are rich as
I'm tired.
fuck now.
I'm tired because I'm just flying
I'm
everywhere
jetting.
constantly.
I'm going to Hong Kong soon. I'm going to take part in those little protests that's going on. Anyway, that's not a topic. Go.
right. Good for you, mate. Good for you. No, we were in Spain and we were doing this little food tour thing where you'd go around to all the different little joints and have tapas everywhere. It was sick.
Tapas.
It was good. But there was these two American chicks, and one of them worked at like a bank, and then the host of the food trip, because in Spain, like banks have fucked everyone. They've like given out loans. People can't afford to pay them back, and their economy's just in shit because like
Spain have the problem of not going to work though. I bet
Yeah,
you if
yeah,
they
yeah,
started
they
going
do.
to work, they'd sort some of those
Yeah,
issues
true.
out.
We've got to have a break at 4 o'clock so that we can eat.
Yeah.
Just eat while you're at work. No. It's got to be a 2-hour break. We got to go home. We've got to cook dinner.
This
Yeah.
is bullshit. Our economy's going to crap. I want to retire at 45. Let me have it.
the
Let me
problem
let me
there.
sort one little thing out of you. Work till 68 like here.
So it was fucking funny because this guy got super passionate and he was like having an argument with this chick who was
And what's
part
she
of the
gonna do?
tour. She was so...
Who was
she
arguing?
also
The Spanish person was arguing.
yeah, who was hosting the food
Right,
tour.
but what's the American person going to do? I work at a bank. I'm not fucking
Yeah,
Mr.
but
ANZ.
she was like backing him up. She was like, no, we take all of our time to...
No, well, she's an idiot because the banks are
she's
nearly the
sucked
most
in.
evil.
She was just dealing this rhetoric that
Yeah.
her bank had told her. It was fucking... Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
good time. Me and Deb were sitting there like, this is awkward as fuck, but it's awesome.
It's also, yeah. I love people fighting when I don't know them. Like when there's a fight.
It used to
I'm
happen
like,
at Liquorland. It was a fucking
yeah,
best.
I'm like,
I was
sit
here
down.
first.
When-
I was like, sick.
Yeah. I think I might have said this story once before. I remember being in Kmart in Northlands where Frank works.
Oh, yeah?
And these two massive lords, these two Maori dudes,
Really?
were starting to, they were button like friggin' rams and they were about to explode. I'm like,
I was
Julia.
about to say something racist there. Right?
And I'm like, Julia, if these two, she's like, let's go. I'm like, sit down. If these two guys fight, they're going to tear this joint
We have to see
apart.
it.
And
Yeah.
Frank's got to come break them up. They would, I mean, me
man.
anyway, me as well, but Frank, they would like pick Frank up one hand, like shot put him. I mean, us as well. Like, it was
Yeah,
grouse.
yeah, fuck, that's
These
funny.
two dudes were fucking huge.
Oh, I lost it again.
Oh,
everyone.
yes, good, Stu.
This has got to be
Your
in the
masty
highlight reel.
room was fucking more put together.
What is going on?
Um,
Can I break it even more? I wonder.
yeah, so Italy was sweet, but enough of that.
Yeah,
No
what-
one- I mean,
what-
when people talk
You
about
moved
their
house, but that happened
I
before.
just want- when people talk about their trips, it's got to be one of the most boringest thing in the
Yeah,
world.
unless you've been there and it's good.
Yeah,
You can talk about shit that's
People-
happened, the same shit.
like, oh, where'd you go? Oh, I went here, and this was so fun, and this was nice. Oh, you can't believe. I don't care.
Yeah, but
I
it's
don't
only because you don't have shared experience. If you don't have
Maybe,
shared
and also I don't
experience-
like the person. You got to like the person.
You pretty much don't like anyone, so that's going to be really hard
I'm
for
in
most
a room
people.
with you right now, so that's where I'm at. I'll take
Yeah,
a
you
crap.
moved house.
Yeah, that was
That happened just before we stopped, though.
Did it?
Yeah, because you were talking about
No,
the
no.
plums.
I was in the house when we were still doing it.
Yeah,
No,
but
I
you were
was.
talking about the plums. Remember, you rocked up and the lady wanted her plums back.
She was stealing plums.
No, they were the plums that she lived in the house and she'd sold it to you.
No, that never happened.
What?
The plum story was that I went to check out the house with the agent before settlement, and the neighbour was there with her children stealing all the plums from the tree.
You told it differently.
Oh,
You said
maybe
it
I was lying.
Well, you might have been because you said it was like something had happened, but the lady who was selling the house had come back for her plums, and you were like, "They're ours now because we bought the fucking house."
That might have been an exaggerated story.
Oh, fucking wanker.
I don't know. I have no memory of that happening.
right.
Maybe it did. Memories are funny though, so who knows? Yeah, so weddings. The other note that I've got here, now this has nothing to do with Epstein, but I just write the notes and then they'll trigger my brain.
Go.
So the note says, fuck babies. Not Epstein. I just think babies are annoying.
Yeah.
Like, I used to like, because I was the oldest sibling and the oldest of my cousins, so I always liked babies. I loved playing with them, mucking around with toddlers. Now, I'm like, I think it's the parents that annoy me more than the baby. It's like, oh no, don't. She gets excited if you play with her. Is that a negative thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Do we not do that?
Yeah, you want complete control over everything that happens to your baby.
Yeah, set a date.
Do you reckon social media has like affected the way people act around?
Because it's a competition?
Yeah.
Well,
it's like a show-off thing. Because back
Look
in the
at my
day...
kid. She's 2 and she can read already. No one cares. You know what your kid's going to do? She's going to work in Coles for a little bit.
Yeah.
She's going to maybe do a degree. She's going to work in an office for about 4 years. She's going to have a child of her own.
Yeah.
Move on. She's not going to split the atom.
No. Yeah, I think the social media things all obviously affected the way people kind of show off things that are important to them, like they're more important than everyone else's shit. It's like everyone does cool shit though.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like they think it's more important. It's just like Karen down the road put a picture of her kid reading. I better do it too so people know. But I don't know, man. I've been off Facebook since November.
Yeah.
And it's the fucking best. I couldn't recommend being off it more.
I don't use it for anything apart from like.
But don't you see shit that you don't want to see?
No, I just hide it, and then it doesn't really come back.
I was on it a bit.
But I don't get annoyed like you do.
I don't get annoyed. Oh. I just get like frustrated.
Same thing. Same thing.
I just like things that were just like grinding me gears was how I think it was like you'd be somewhere and you'd have mopey no one in the corner sooking or just looking like a sook. Fine. There's no issue with that if that's who you are. Then I get on Facebook, had the best time, danced all night. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You sooked in the corner because your boyfriend didn't talk to you for long enough or something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Facebook is the worst. When I got off it, I haven't even thought of going back on. And it's brilliant. I used to stay on it because
now we're back. That might change things.
I'm not going back on it, no way. I don't want comments. Reading people's comments. Oh my God, I didn't find it funny when you said this. I'm sorry. You know, what's the point?
That's good interaction, you know. I'll relay the important stuff.
I don't want to know.
I have another fact for you.
Sick.
4.3 stars out of 5 on iTunes.
Who's
or
giving
Apple
us notes?
Podcasts.
Who's downvoting it?
Yeah. Someone was honest. Well, out of 6, I don't know the maths. I'm guessing it's like one bad vote out of 5, out of 6. But that's all right. Six people went to the effort of voting.
It's easier to get.
I know it was you, Jack Farnfield. Thanks, mate. You're the highest listener. You and Brody.
It's easier to get negative interactions than positive interactions. You know what I mean? Like,
people only
say
feel the
negative
need
shit.
to comment if it's super positive or super negative.
I just
If
reckon
they're
it's super
neutral,
negative.
what's the point of going on
But
there?
if it's good, you won't get a comment. Like, look at restaurants. Like, if you go to a restaurant and you have a good meal at a good time, you won't say shit. But if you go there and they take a shit on your plate, you'll be like, oh my God, he took a shit on my plate.
Yeah.
Like,
I never do that Google review shit. Fuck that.
no, I've never done it.
It's just
Life's
like
too short.
I don't need to help anyone else in that way.
But it's
in that way.
self-indulgent more than anything.
It is.
It's just
like,
like,
look, I went there and it was fucking, I hated it. This shit happened to me.
Yeah.
It was the worst. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
And no one wants to help me.
You wouldn't understand. I love that one. Oh, it was the worst. You wouldn't understand. Unless you, like, got your fingernails ripped out, I'm sure I'll understand something
Yeah,
that you're going to say. The toast wasn't cooked enough?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I've had that.
Yep.
That's annoying.
Yeah, that sucks.
You know what to do after that? Go home.
Eat some more toast. That's good. Yeah. Don't go to that place next time because their toast sucks.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. No, but just back with babies and cafes and that, like, I don't know. People who think their kids are special are annoying. And I'm sure you're supposed to think your kid is special.
Well, I think it probably changes when you have kids.
Yeah, totally.
Because your world becomes centered around that. Me and Deb have had this conversation. You're like, we're like, we don't want, you know, absolutely everything to be about our children. You know, we still want to have stuff between us.
I think Jordan Peterson said he's like, of course the baby is the most important thing in the house, but never let the baby know that.
Yeah.
But it's not.
But a baby is reliant on you when they're babies.
Yeah. But it's like you dote on them, which is fine. You've got to. But it's like, just don't let them know. Like, maybe I'm a loser, right? Maybe. But if I'm talking to an adult and then their kid starts wanting their attention and then they're like stopping to make sure the kid, I'm like, leave him. Unless he's choking, you can wait.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kids are annoying.
Well, don't have one then.
I like kids. And
are you going to have one?
I don't know. Yeah. Because I don't like parents. Imagine.
So it's the parents. It's not the babies.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I was trying to be saying.
Yeah.
Trying to be saying. Like we go to this cafe after boxing, and there's more babies in the cafe than adults, and these kids or toddlers have left shit all over the floor, and then the waiter or the waitress has to come and scoop it up.
The worst,
like, get the parent to come scoop it up. That's not their job. What, to clean up after babies in a cafe?
The worst thing is, and it's the parents. The worst thing is in a family restaurant, like, you know, like those Italian restaurants that are huge, and you know, it's like families are welcome, kids are welcome, have kids specials, and the kids just fucking run around.
Yeah,
and it's like, tell your kid to sit the fuck down.
Or go away. Kitty Flannery, I think, has a funny joke where she's like in a cafe.
Flanagan?
Well, where she's in a cafe, and she's like, there's these parents, their kids are going schizo, and the parents are like, I don't know why the kid's acting like this. Because he's in a cafe. Yeah. He wants me to park. Why is he here? And then I get the, adults should be going to, you know, parents are allowed to go to cafes too. They are. Leave the kids somewhere else. Yeah. I'm sure you can tie them up or something.
You know what this is funny about, like, weddings that me and Deb were talking about, is the people that get annoyed.
Say no kids.
Yeah. People get annoyed when they say no kids. It's like, no, I'm going to say no kids. I'm saying no kids.
To your wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No kids at my wedding.
It used to be viewed as a little bit of a tight ass thing.
Yeah, but the annoying thing is when the people are like, well, I'm not going then if kids aren't allowed. Shut up. Okay, good.
No, you know what you say to that?
Good. Yeah, that's the worst though.
1, watch me care. 2, your kid is ugly as. I think on Reddit there was like, how do you tell a parent their kid is ugly? Just say the kid looks like you. Coming from fucking Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio every year. Can't wait to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm seeing it tonight.
Same, I think.
Oh, yeah?
I wanted to see it.
I don't even know where I'm going.
No,
so
I might go just.
Doesn't matter.
I might go just Northies. Northies is good.
Yeah, I got no idea where I'm going. Deb's organised it.
Yeah.
Got tickets to see Josh Thomas later in the year.
Oh yeah, the little skinny comedian.
Yeah. I've never seen him.
I don't like his TV show.
Yeah, it's weird.
Please Like Me or something.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. It's not like I need to watch it, but I get something out of it. But
very quickly, some things that I remember that I saw during our sponsorship hiatus.
Sabbatical.
Yeah. Was I saw the movie Drive with Ryan Gosling.
It's a fucking dope movie.
If you haven't seen that movie, you're an idiot.
Yeah, it's so good.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I can't believe, like...
He's a sick cunt.
He's a sick lord, yeah. But it's like, I remember when we were saying how grouse This Is America is.
Yeah.
And people were like, oh, it's so surprising to hear you like something. I like things. I just don't...
You don't like a lot of things.
Worthy. Because things that are
You've
worthy...
You've got very high standards.
Yeah. Like, what? I can't remember the movie, right? But we saw it.
The Godfather?
Well, this is about The Godfather. This is about The Godfather.
Fucking knew it.
This is about The Godfather. But it's about The Godfather because someone was like, wasn't the movie the best ever? I'm like, it was good. They're like, but wasn't it incredible? I go, Godfather 1 is incredible, right? This wasn't that. It was fine. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't great because Godfather 1 is great. You're not there. So enjoy the thing. But people put it on, oh, it was the best.
Pedestal.
No, it wasn't. Drive was brilliant. Drive was sick.
Yep.
Another movie I saw, which the fact Toni Collette didn't get a fucking Oscar is bullshit, but Hereditary, I
haven't seen it yet. I've got it. I've got it. I haven't watched it yet.
Best movie I saw last year by a fucking country mile.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, well, she's going to win the Oscar. No, they didn't even give her a nomination. I'm like, no, we've got to do it for Black Panther or Marvel or something. Disney.
Give them cash under the table, that's why.
Or some black and white movie. Yeah, and the other movie I saw recently, which was like, you could only like see it in like one cinema. I was thinking we had to go to the Nova at like 6:30 on a Tuesday. That's all I had it. But I think it's starting to get a little bit more views. Under the Silver Lake.
Under the Silver Lake.
With Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good. I just found out he was British. Didn't know that. I thought he was American.
Yeah. I didn't think.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of those roundtables where they get all the actors on YouTube and shit.
Like from old movies?
No, it's like a Hollywood something, but they get like prominent directors or actors or whatever, and they just sit them around a table and they just talk. It's fucking good.
Yeah,
it's real good. It's like a podcast, but it's like
about current movies. Yeah,
yeah, but it's more like the host of it asks them questions about shit in the music movie industry and stuff. But there was one that they got, not Grammy, Oscar nominated musician. So you know how like there's songs in movies every year at the Oscars they give best song.
Yeah.
So the people who wrote that, so it's Justin Timberlake, John Legend, blah blah blah. That round table was fucking sick, but it was good because there was like one part that John Legend's talking about how people like blow things out of proportion in terms of music, how they like, oh, you must have known that it was a hit when you were writing. He's like, I don't fucking know it's a hit. I just write music because I like it.
Yeah, that happens a lot where people will put out, they always go, we thought this song would be the one. Yeah. And then it turns out to be a different, someone else was. Yeah.
And then he was like, get off your high horse. He's like, so many people these days have egos about how good their shit is. It's like, you can't say that.
No,
and you can't think about it either because it's not up to you.
Yeah, people determine whether it's great or not.
So I like that. It was fucking. It's a good watch.
Yeah, but that's what, like I said with this and said with other things. It's like you've got to do something that you do. You have to do it from a point of enjoyment first.
Absolutely,
and then do it for enjoyment, like a hobby.
Killing children.
Yeah,
I love it.
Or Epstein raping them and Clinton and that. Yeah, that could be a hobby too. I don't know anything about that. I don't know much about anything. but yeah,
that got dark.
I asked. I didn't tell anybody that we're doing a podcast again. I told Julia, I think.
Yeah.
And
I told Deb. I think I told Ben. That's it.
And then I was asking Julia, I was like, fuck, what should I talk about? And she's like, just talk about Bear. And I'm like, the only thing worse than hearing about people's babies is people's animals.
Yep. Yeah. Because they're like dogs and cats. It's like, puppies they do funny shit.
Yeah. Isn't he cute? I'm
telling you, all dogs do the same shit.
Yeah.
They all do the same thing. And it's fucking hilarious, but they all do the same thing. And yours isn't special.
Yeah. And there's some YouTube videos that are doing better shit than yours is, you know, when they're wrestling or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or talking or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point. Move on. Next.
Good point. Move on.
Now, I've been listening to a lot of like audiobooks and shit. That's something that I've never done. And because
on Game of Thrones.
I like reading. No, not Game of Thrones. No, I like reading, but I just can't be bothered. It's not just something that I go to do.
It's got to be part of your
it's habitual
repertoire.
Yeah. But I just can't be bothered. So but I've been listening to like good shit like Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules for Life and fucking Barefoot Investor and trying to get educated.
As an accountant though, every person's like, what do you think of Barefoot Investor?
Well,
I'm like, he
makes sense, yeah.
He says basic shit.
Yes.
That's easy to hear.
People don't think about it though. People don't think about it. And there was lots of stuff in there that I was like, yep, cool, I'm doing that. So, you know, I didn't have any loans. Deb had a couple. So I was like, look, I'm going to help you pay that off and then we can save together. Makes more sense to get rid of the loan because you're paying interest on that. Then you can save more interest yourself. Just shit like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you're considering yourself a family, then yes.
Yeah. But it's like, it is obvious stuff.
Because that's obvious as fuck, yeah.
Absolutely. But it's like people just go through life the way that their parents doing shit.
Yeah, but also
the way their parents did, but the way that things are happening right now, they're just like, it's happening and I'm not going to, especially money. Money's like the biggest thing that people don't want to put thought into because it hurts their brain.
But it also is depressing. Because if you give thought to it, it's like, fuck, I'm not going to get that yacht.
But if you put thought into it, there's more chance that you will get the yacht.
You're never going to get the yacht.
Doesn't matter. My point is, it's like the thinking about it is what people don't actually do. You know,
I think some people. I think the older you get, they do. The older you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
The
I don't know. I think people try to ignore it because it's difficult to think about. It's like, just spend one day. Spend one day to think about it, figure it out, and then don't think about it for a year. And then think about it again for one day in that year. You know, it's like, it's easy. It's way easier to not think about.
Yeah.
And that's why most people don't.
But I think that's like that shit to me is just normal and simple. But the same way I unclogged a sink the other day and it was like fucking massive for me. Whereas a plumber, he'd unclog the sink and he would unclog fucking a million sinks. It meant nothing to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's sort of where I feel that is. But
Maybe. But unclogging sinks is not really universal. Money is.
Oh, yeah, maybe. If you have clogged up sinks, you will die from dysphoria pretty quickly.
What the fuck is that word?
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Spell check me. I don't know.
I don't know what you were going for there.
Being off Facebook is sick.
Yep.
I highly recommend everybody.
I'm not going to, but yeah, good.
Oh, and then there was
I just don't use it that much, to be honest.
There was this other study that I saw that said that Facebook mines all your shit. Like they mine you and get and know everything about you.
Sweet. Doesn't bother me.
And then they purposely show you shit that annoys you.
Yeah.
So that you engage in it. Like we said before about you don't give a good review.
I don't know it's that. I don't know if it's like that. How can they know that it annoys you?
Because they mine you. They see what annoys you. You've commented once before saying...
There's no way that they're going to that much effort.
You really think that? It's proven.
No.
Google it.
No. I don't think it's that it annoys you. It's more just the algorithm is like, what do you engage in?
Yeah,
it's what
they
you
purposely show you shit
positive
that
or
annoys
negative.
you.
I think if you're commenting
because
on
people
something...
engage with negative more than positive.
Probably.
Easily.
Probably, but that doesn't mean they're purposefully going to things that annoy you because there's no way that they can know.
They do based on your history.
Nah, but how do they know that it annoys you?
I guess
Negative
they
words,
see what you
keywords.
write, saying like, no, of course they shouldn't have bathrooms.
What if you don't do that at all? What if
time.
you don't do that at all?
Then you probably won't get as much. I didn't get much. I still just hated the people. I mean, being on Facebook.
I don't think so.
Being on Facebook, friends with someone on Facebook, and then in the real life, we're
Different.
like, no, we don't even. I'm like, we don't want to say hello to each other.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I used to be on Facebook because I was like, I have to be invited to things. How am I going to get invited to things? Now it's grouse. One, I don't want to be invited to things. And two, if I am, they've got to make an effort.
Make an effort, yeah.
Like I had my mate's Dick's Bucks last weekend.
Mate's Dick's Bucks?
His name's Dick.
Yep.
Had his Bucks. He had to send me a text message and say, Bucks this date.
Yeah.
Sick, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Because it was...
Effort.
Effort by him.
It wasn't just a click.
Yeah, it was effort by him.
It was a click and a few button presses.
Yeah, it's harder.
A little bit.
It's harder than to just go...
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon...
Facebook's the worst thing humanity ever made, I reckon.
I don't know. A lot
worse than the atomic bomb.
When you can figure it out.
Worse than fucking Ebola.
If you can figure it out to use it for what its purpose is. So it's like
purpose is just
a
to
networking
mine your
tool.
shit.
It's a networking tool. For them, for you, though.
If something is free, then you're the product.
Sweet.
Deep.
Doesn't matter.
Deep.
But it doesn't matter if you can use it for what it's good for. So I use it for a networking tool.
To hear other people's crap?
No, but you don't need you don't need anything from people. So you don't need to use it.
I need them to make me food sometimes and that.
So you go to the restaurant. What do you mean?
Correct.
Yeah, so just do a Google search.
Cut out Facebook.
Not what I'm talking about. If you don't, like, say you owned a business, you would need Facebook. So you don't own a business, you don't need Facebook. But other
Not
shit
always.
like that.
Not always. Depends what industry you're in.
If we recorded this podcast and didn't put it anywhere,
Don't put it on Facebook.
Why?
It will make no difference.
Fuck off, it won't. You're
People
an
will
idiot.
see it in their iPod feed.
If they've already subscribed,
Yeah.
how did they subscribe in the first place? We would have told them.
I don't want people to subscribe.
Fucking don't do this then.
I do it for you, for enjoyment.
You idiot.
Nah. Word of mouth is the best way.
It is, but it's not the easiest way. It's the hardest way.
Oh, Facebook is the worst. We did it where we put things on and it gets one view because we didn't pay them enough.
Nah. Disagree. Anyway, move on.
Fucking Mark Zuckerberg over here.
What are you talking about fucking YouTube music? What's
Oh,
that?
no, that was nothing. I just wanted to let you know that I'm really into listening to Miley Cyrus at the moment.
She's good.
I
Did you hear a
came in
new
like
song?
a wrecking remember.
I mean, that's a bit old. It's a great song.
Yeah, fuck, it's sick.
It's a
I've been
good
listening to Miley Cyrus. I've been listening to Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, she's fucking mad.
I've been listening to Frank Sinatra. You know, I never knew Killing 'Em Softly.
Yeah, Nancy Sinatra.
Yeah, he sings it. Frank sings it as well.
Does he?
I don't know who the original was.
Nancy Sinatra.
Was
I'm
it?
Sure. No. I'll look it up.
Oh, fuck, here we go.
Yeah, go on. Keep going.
Nah, that's it. Yeah, and I've been listening to... What was the other one that... Nah, just Miley Cyrus. She's sick.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah, I rate her. Yep.
Did you see her in that, like, fucking Black Mirror?
I did. That was a shit episode.
Yeah, I don't like Black Mirror, really, anyway.
Well, that season, there was only 3 episodes, wasn't there?
Yeah, I only watched
3 or
the Miley
4.
Cyrus one.
They weren't very good episodes, but the previous ones, and even that interactive game one, that happened.
That was good.
That was a bit of fun. That was something, but it wasn't great. People
No, but it was
made
good
a
for
big
what it
deal
was.
about it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't worth a big deal, but it was
Roberta
good.
Flack was the one was the first one.
Yeah,
that
see, I
made it
always
big.
thought it was the bloody Fugees.
Fugees, yeah. That was 1990s.
Killing them softly with his...
It's a good song.
Sick song.
Yeah, I don't know. Black Mirrors. It was good though. The first like 2 or 3 seasons.
I always
that Christmas one was the best one. When the guy is like, that's just 2 guys in a house when it's snowing and shit.
Oh, with the dude from Mad Men.
Yeah, that's fucking
Mad
sick.
Men's
John
sick
Hamm.
show. Yeah, I just always get annoyed. You know what it always reminds me of? Remember Futurama?
Yeah.
The twisted, what was it called? The
No idea what you're talking about.
It was a show in Futurama they used to watch, and it was a make fun of a Twilight Zone, and it was like.
Turns out it was humans after all.
At the end of every episode, turns out it was man.
Yeah.
Just reminds me of that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no,
Yeah, I
they're
know.
letting technology take over, and it did.
Yep.
The end makes you think, doesn't it? Makes you think. And I'm like, fucking, how much thinking is
What
there?
are you talking?
Every episode.
This is when you're the worst because what is entertainment?
Something that's interesting.
It is interesting.
The first one was when I remember the first one where
The point of it is to be
the first one that was cool,
thought-provoking.
where the dude had to ride the bike to get credits.
No, the first one is the pig fucker.
Yeah, I'm saying the first one that I sort of watched.
So not the first.
My first one was
The
the dude
best
had to
one.
ride the bike, and then he's like getting credits, and then to get on Australian Idol, and then he got on, and then
Yeah,
he did
yeah.
a thing about killing himself, and then he wins, and they love him, and so
Yeah.
and I'm like, cool, that's
Yeah.
the end of that, because
Yeah.
then the next one, it's the same. The distant
fucking-
future. It's
The
like,
good
yeah,
ones.
right.
The other good one is when the guy has control over like seeing past memories and shit, and he keeps thinking about his ex-girlfriend. That's fucking sick. That's
Yeah.
a good one. And then he has the argument with his missus, and then he finds out his missus has been cheating on him. That's fucking sick.
Okay, speaking of other sweet shit, because I like things. Did you watch Chernobyl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. it was
Sick.
good. Yeah.
Make good shit.
Yeah.
Making good shit ain't hard.
HBO's pretty good though. Their
Well,
quality control.
we can talk about Game of Thrones soon.
Yeah.
But
if that's what everyone's been fucking asking for.
well, I can tell you right now, if you want to hear about Game of Thrones, go watch a YouTuber. Her name is Lindsay Alice. Nails it. Don't listen to anyone.
Yeah,
She's good.
don't listen to us.
Don't listen to us.
We've
'Cause-
always said that anyway.
'cause
don't
we're gonna
we? What
rehash-
are you doing listening to us anyway?
Yeah, if you are listening to this, you are a
it off.
friggin' loser. Go sort your life out.
Why are you
Read
wasting
Jordan
your time?
Peterson and sort your life out. You
We're
fucking
wasting our
loser.
time. Don't you also waste
Yes,
your
correct.
time?
2 people wasting their life is fine, but like 100 or however many
Oh,
people
I
listen,
snorted.
you pig. What else is talking about?
Game of Thrones.
No, before that,
Lindsay
Chernobyl.
Ellis.
Fuck Chernobyl.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, it's good. It's good. Good
Like,
show.
It was. You know why it was good? It was because
I could only one.
It was good, but also it was just they dumbed it down. It was easy to watch.
Yeah, the first 3 episodes, I was like, I can really only watch one at a time. That's enough for me.
I smashed them out.
And then but then the last 2, I was like, yeah, just watch it.
Yeah, 6 or 5.
6, whatever. But yeah, the first 3, I was like, that's enough for me for
I
now.
loved it.
That's a bit depressing. I'm going to move on to something funny.
Yeah, yeah. I love
Because
Russia.
it's real. Like, it fucking happened.
Yeah, but I love Russia have come out and been like, it's bullshit. We're gonna make
Yeah, I
we're gonna
know.
make a real one. Okay,
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
Can't wait. It was like it was the Americans the whole
Yeah,
time.
fucking
Damn
hell, so
democracy!
funny.
They fucked us over
Yeah, I
again.
No, it was good. It was good. It was fucked up, but it was good.
But it
I
was
just
also
felt
good
like-
because there was no bad guy in the end. Spoilers a little bit. There was no
Yeah.
bad guy because the guy who was doing the test that was pushing it too far, he was pushing it far, but he knew I'll push it, but it's cool because I know that I got the release. And he didn't know because they didn't tell him that release gives it a big surge of negative shit before it happens. So he wasn't in the wrong. He was a cockhead, but he knew he had the release.
He thought he was doing the right thing.
He knew he was pushing the boundaries, but he knew it's cool because I've got the button.
Yeah, so he put all of his eggs in one basket, though.
And then, but the guy from Mad Men, whatever his name was, the main character, that's where he's the bad guy because he knew, he
wasn't in charge of anything, though.
No, but he knew there was a report that said if you press the emergency, it gives a shot of power first before it chills it out.
Yeah.
And they knew that years ago, but they never told anybody about it.
Yeah. But
so it was sick.
It was good.
Um,
It was good.
Yeah, but we had something else to say. Oh, yeah, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Where do we start and end?
Just end it.
It was rubbish.
I mean, this is going to tie into Star Wars.
Hey.
This is going to tie into Star Wars a little bit. It's like, I'm sick of... This is why I don't watch things or get into things, because it's not worth it.
Yeah, but you're a negative cunt.
It's not worth it.
It is.
Watching Game of Thrones for 8 years was worth it.
Nah, well, some of it was, yeah.
Season 1 to 4 was.
Yeah, so you've just gone against what you're just saying.
So watch something because there's a likely chance you'll enjoy 50% of it.
Depends on what it is. It really does because the storytelling in Game of Thrones was so good. It was good storytelling. The characters had heaps of depth. You know, they were
Characters
complex.
had things to fucking do.
They actually, they were complex.
For 4 years, they had nothing to do. They got like they were a leaf in a river.
Yeah,
they were. The plot dragged them to where they have to go.
But I kind of said that from the start. Like, yeah, the
wasn't
writing
like
and
that.
the characters were good, right? But it was still a really slow show.
Yeah, but it was the characters that determined what happened. That's what the book and the show did it. The book killed Robert. So now you've got the characters having to deal with a dead Robert.
Yeah.
This was like, this is the end and we're getting there. So we're just going to force everything into that.
The funny thing is that the show itself was slow, right?
I don't think it was slow, but anyway.
It was. There was heaps of episodes where you're like, okay, nothing much really happened there. It's more about like character development and stuff like that, which is good.
I'm more interested in Tyrion setting up defenses against Stannis in season 2 than I am against fucking zombies are coming, man, everything. I bumped into a mate who he doesn't care. He watches things and he goes, cool, goodbye. He just eye candy for him, sick. He comes up to you and goes, how fucking sick was Game of Thrones when they came with that dragon always dead. When she bombed the city, that was the sickest.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it was the worst,
Yeah.
but I get your point.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like, wow, my eyes.
Entertainment. Well, it depends what you want to get out of it.
I wouldn't call it entertainment, but...
Well, what else? What is it?
What was it? It wasn't entertaining. It wasn't entertaining.
For some people it was.
Okay. Well, for me and you...
Yeah, but I was never a fan. You know, I was never a fan of Game of Thrones. I watched it because I like watching TV shows and I like storytelling and I like movies and shit like that, right? This is the funny thing that I think about Game of Thrones is all along, if you really watch it as a show, there's not much movement. And then everyone all of a sudden in the last season goes, yeah, they had to move it really quick to get it to end, which is true as well. But really still nothing much happened in like you said, nothing much happened in the last 4 seasons. They kind of figured out where they wanted to go, and then it was kind of just like a drag to figure out, oh, here's something to keep them entertained.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a drag. I think it was just like someone pushing you down a slide. It's like, get there, get to the end. We need to get Danny to blow the world up. It's just like, like literally in that last season,
yeah,
can't be bothered.
No, there's a good YouTuber, and he does like the pitch meetings. Have you seen it?
Nah.
Fuck, it's funny.
Yeah.
He basically like pulls apart all the stuff that's wrong about any movie, TV show and stuff like that. And then it's like, nah, ignore that. Here's why we're going to keep doing it. But it's fucking funny. You should watch it.
I mean, that's what I think about with these things where it's just like, who comes up with it? Like, Daenerys is grumpy. Okay, why? Because she saved everybody against the zombies and all of Jon's mates like Jon. Okay. she shouldn't go mad because of that.
Exactly.
Friends are friends with me. But it's just like, and then Sansa.
The period of time is the fucking weird thing. It's like she had a level head for so long.
Correct.
She was able to evaluate things decently. She was like, if I do this, this is the reaction.
She did
And then
bad
all of a sudden, she's like, this is going to be the reaction. I'm going to do it anyway because I'm mad.
Yeah, but it's like people who still like the show who are just idiots is like, oh no, but she has done bad things. Yeah, she has.
But with reason.
There, like in the context of this universe, she's not the worst. Other people have done worse shit. Ned, in the first episode, Ned cut the head off a scared teenager. But he's not evil.
He was just following his rules.
He was doing his rules.
Yeah, he was the, yep.
And like he's the most best good guy in the show, apparently. And he did that. Whereas Daenerys, in episode 3, saves the world. She's the reason that they won.
Yeah, go on, remind me.
I don't know, she had a dragon and she was burning all the baddies. Like, she was the reason she saved the universe from zombies. And then they're like, oh, something's wrong with her. Well, how funny was the scene where she had frizzy hair and no makeup?
Yeah.
If a chick has frizzy hair and no makeup, she's lost her fucking mind. They have to look pretty and good hair, and then they're not lost. Fuck, that's sort of like disrespectful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then they're like, Sansa's like fighting Dany. Oh, what do dragons eat? Bitch, she's here to save you. Do you know that's why she's there?
But there were, I mean, characters are flawed. They don't have the ability to see things.
But it was also that they told you what you should feel as opposed to showing you.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. I think that's the problem with a lot of stuff that comes out now. It's like, here's a joke so that I can make you feel the way that I want you to feel. That's not how it should just be. The characters are this way.
Yeah.
Here's why they're reacting. Make up your mind. Like, you can like them if you want. You can like them because you're a cunt too.
But that's why Tyrion is so brilliant in the books, and that's why people liked him. Because I think it was like said this 100 times, that in the show, he kills his ex-girlfriend, or his girlfriend, Shay.
His dad.
Yeah, for sleeping with his dad.
Yeah.
But in the show, because we have to like Tyrion, she attacked him first. And he strangled her in self.
Like Greedo's Han Solo.
Correct. It's like in self-defense. Whereas in the book, killed her cold blood.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of what's good or bad. But in the show, it's just like, oh no, he's good. She attacked him. He only wanted to talk. But she came at him first.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, no, he killed her cold blood.
Yeah, it's tiptoeing. It's walking on eggshells.
It's like we want Tyrion to be likable, so he's always going to be the good guy. When he wasn't. He was a selfish prick who saved he saved King's Landing in season 2, not because he liked his family, because he's there. I don't want to die.
Do you know why? I think the cool thing about Tyrion was as well, it's like, when you look at him as a person, he is intended to be a bad person. He like sleeps with whores, like, you know, everyone hates him because he's an imp. You know, it's like he's not supposed to be likable, but the fact that he can do things that, you know, help certain people along the way because he actually is a good person, but he's just been dealt a bad hand.
He's not a good person.
But he's been dealt a bad hand because he's a dwarf.
Yeah. That's what you're getting.
That governs some of the decisions that he makes. He's like, well, I'm fucked anyway, so I'm going to sleep with whores because I'm not going to get sex any other way.
Yeah, totally. That's from the show, yes, and that's I guess what we're talking about. But yeah, in the book, you couldn't call him a good person. He is a selfish dick who just wants to look out for himself, and he knows that like I've got to be clever because I can't fight anybody.
I think that's
so maybe people relate to that because everyone's weak these days. So
well, I think the thing about good writing is the ability to make a character a specific way, but for the author to stay impartial.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Marvel movies. Why do people like them?
We'll get to that in a second. Let's wait.
Fuck me.
They're
just so shit.
They are shit. I don't disagree with you, but they're funny. Some of the lines, like they should have. They're getting nominated for like Emmys for Game of Thrones for CGI and shit.
Yeah. That should be the only reason.
Sweet, but like they're getting it for writing. oh man, I'm starting to forget, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Is like Daenerys just nuclearized the city.
Yeah.
And then Arya goes up to Jon and goes, be careful of her. I can tell she's a bad one. Really? Wow.
Do you know
Thank God you're in the show still, because
Arya's the worst in the last season.
we couldn't have guessed.
She is the fucking worst.
She has nothing to do.
She's the worst.
She goes up to King's Landing. She goes up to Winterfell. And this is the other thing, which a lot of like YouTubers have talked about, is people who are making shows now are so worried that they have to, thanks to Rian Johnson and the god-awful Game of the Star Wars movie, we have to subvert expectations. Whatever everyone thinks is going to happen, we have to do the opposite.
Yeah.
So I was like, Jon was fucking Jesus. He died, was brought back to life for a purpose. He's going to kill the Night King, which is going to be cool.
Yeah.
Nah, he doesn't. Didn't see that coming. No.
No, I
And
didn't, because it doesn't make sense.
Because it was dumb.
Where was she? And then all
You
of a
just
sudden
think it was
she's there?
dumb because you didn't guess it. It's not about guessing
No.
things. It's not you've got to stick with your thing. And I was thinking about this. It's like not everything, but most things now is all about like people guessing the endings of things. But that's because it's written that way. I just rewatched. When I had my knee reconstruction, I rewatched Sopranos, and there was no guessing.
It's very difficult to know what's going to happen.
There was no guessing. Yeah, there was no guessing what happened next, because it's just him dealing with the situation that has come up, maybe caused by him or not.
Sopranos is great because the scenarios that they're in, the whole thing is obviously based around like, you know, this gangster lifestyle, whatever. But it's not. It's more about what he goes through and his struggle with mental health. Really, that's what it's all about.
Yep, we can get deep on that. When I rewatched it, the mafia shit was on the side.
Correct.
Like when I watched it when I was younger.
That's just the world.
Yeah, that's not even the main point.
No.
But his mental health, there's the argument there is that does he have an issue? Which obviously he does if he keeps passing out. But is he milking the issue to justify his shit
But that's
decisions?
what anxiety is, though. Anxiety is the thing, like, I'm having a panic attack. Why am I having a panic attack? And it's a positive feedback loop. It's like, and it gets worse and worse and worse because you're thinking about it.
Yeah, but I'm more talking about when at the end when the psychiatrist boots him out, she sort of says to him, "There's no helping you. Like you're sort of using this as a session to justify your shitness."
Yeah, totally. Oh, since the start. But that's obvious. But that's the good thing as well, because if you compare that, I don't know how you could compare it to Game of Thrones, but if you have a character that is struggling with dealing with stuff, but also going, fuck you, this is who I am, and using that person as an outlet to just speak your mind and say, this is why I'm a good guy. It's like, that is how people actually are. People tell themselves things in their head. Yeah. But there's nothing in the actual fucking Game of Thrones that really says that is what humans would do based on their inner thoughts. It's more just like, no, we're going to put them in this situation where they have to deal with something and make a decision. It's like you're going to like them or dislike them. It's not like it's not fully because of like the inner thoughts that people have.
It's the same how it's the same how like when you hear someone have an argument, and they go, and then they said this, and then they said it like this. I'm like, no, they didn't. You just think they did.
What is that? Gummy bear. Okay, you can show this on camera. Marshall's here, everyone.
That's a present for you.
Yay. Look at this. What the fuck is that? It's the biggest bag of fucking gummy bears I've ever seen.
It's a good couple of kilos of gummy bears.
How does that exist? Who made that? Is that fucking Costco?
Black Forest.
Oh yeah. Good one. I'm not going to eat them. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, mate. Yeah, cheers, mate. Righto.
What are we talking about?
Game of Thrones shit.
Yeah.
Sopranos shit.
Yeah, Sopranos though. Fuck yeah. I had my third knee reconstruction in April, and I watched it, and I was like, that's perfect. Perfection.
It's good. It's really good.
You never get anything better than that. The problem is then Julia she made me watch Breaking Bad after Game of Thrones.
Mad.
Good.
It's mad. I
Not
love
mad.
it.
Good. Maybe because I watched it after the greatest thing ever made.
Yeah, probably.
But I'm just like, Breaking Bad was annoying in that it was all they wrote in the character of the lawyer just to always get him out of a jam.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh man, we're trapped. How are we going to get out of this one? We need to know a brain surgeon. I know a brain surgeon. Of course you do.
Yeah.
You always do. It's not interesting.
I think
It's like
that's the Deus Ex Machina thing.
It was a cartoon. It was a cartoon show. It was good. It was better than Game of Thrones.
I think the writers and the show creator, knew that potentially because if you've watched Better Call Saul,
Nah.
that's a good show. I reckon you'd like that. It's less Hollywood than Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad was always like they just wrote in this out, and I can't put into words because I'm an idiot, but it's just like there was elements of, you know what it is. I think that it is. I hate TV shows that leave everything on a you got to watch next week. Does me nutty. I don't know. Sopranos didn't do that. Sopranos never did that. Sopranos had an overarching story, but each episode was its own thing. It ended.
Yeah,
there was
that's
this
a good
background
point.
thing,
But that was also the style at the time.
Putting an onion on your belt.
What?
From Simpsons? I had an onion on my belt, which was the style at the time. We used to say dickety 20 because the Kaiser stole our word for 20.
Yeah, I think the 90s was a good time for TV. Like,
I don't know about that. I think TV might be better now. 90s, you had what?
I think
Sex and the City.
The availability of making TV shows is better now because of Netflix and all that sort of stuff. There's just a lot more.
TV was not better in the 90s.
No, but it was a good storytelling time because it was safe.
Name some good ones.
Oz.
Yeah.
Was that 2000s? That might have been.
I think it was before.
Okay, well maybe I'm thinking 2000s.
Maybe 2000s because Sopranos started 99.
Yeah, right.
And
Oz,
and I think Oz was I think Oz was before Sopranos.
Yeah, right.
Well, don't quote me on that one.
I think I've watched this show about movies.
The 90s had Seinfeld.
Movies in the 90s, how everything, especially the late 90s, because everything was so safe. Before the Twin Towers happened, everything in the 90s in America, especially, it was like, there's nothing going on. There's literally nothing going on. People are living office jobs.
Yeah.
There's nothing on. Everything's fine.
Friends is on.
Yeah, Friends is on. Friends is safe. Everything's kind of safe. So the movies that they made, like The Matrix, Fight Club, all that sort of stuff, a lot of it happened in this world initially where they've got office jobs. It's like a boring 9-to-5 life that most Americans live, American Beauty. And then it's like, how can we twist that to say, okay, everything's fine, but here's some fucked up stuff that you can watch. Fight Club, it's like, this guy's got a fucking boring life, so he creates this character in his head so that he can go out and fight people.
Live a different life.
Yes, because everything's so boring. So I think that's a cool aspect to storytelling. It's like, just twist things that are normal. But after Twin Towers, kind of the world's a bit crazy. So now they have to kind of go crazy is the new normal. How can we make that? How can we have stories based on that?
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you, but definitely after 9/11 had an impact. There's a funny meme about before 9/11 was Seinfeld, after 9/11 was It's Always Sunny.
Yeah. Fucking oath.
Yeah.
Both amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I've been rewatching Seinfeld.
So good.
Yeah, Game of Thrones sucking. What about how...
I have to take a piss.
Oh, yeah, right.
I have to take a piss. I'm going to explode.
Good piss?
Oh, yeah. It was all right.
Okay, let's just tie up Game of Thrones and then we can never talk about it again.
Yep. That's good. I'm actually excited to never talk about it again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the books. It's so...
Is it happening? What's happening?
They'll come out. I think they're coming out next year, the next one. So it's just sad.
You reckon he's potentially writing more than one and putting them out just after each other?
Nope.
No.
That was the dream. But no, Winds of Winter is next, which will come out next year. And if it doesn't, then I hope he dies of a heart attack.
Yeah.
And then in 2020? And then probably 2029.
When was the last one?
11 years ago, I think.
Fucking
I think it was 11 years ago.
That's mental.
Yeah, but it's a bit annoying that the ending in the show has not ruined the ending in the book at all, in my opinion. But it sort of turned me off reading them, which is annoying.
That's the problem.
And this is what I was.
That's like seeing. This is how I feel about seeing bands that suck live, or when they don't try, and I'm just like, I don't like that band anymore. I don't really care about their new music
Because they can't do it live.
Yeah, but it's not about them not doing it well live. It's more just like they don't care. So I'm like, why should I care about them? I don't know. There's something about it.
You get this. I would rather gouge my eyes out than go to festivals these days. But I remember going to Falls, and the Kooks were
wasted. Didn't you say they were fucking drunk as?
They were like drunk as, and so we're drunk. Don't be drunk. Do your job and fuck off.
This is your job.
I remember seeing Arctic Monkeys a big day out 10 years ago, and they were still okay. But yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'm a drunk mess on stage." I'm like, yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah, I know.
Jimi Hendrix, I don't know. If you want to be a rock star, kill yourself. Is that what you're going for? Like, take it to the nth degree. Then don't play bullshit with me.
Yeah, there's two sides, but definitely it's like this is your job.
Yeah.
If you're not taking it seriously, then you're a fucking asshole.
But people love it. People are like, oh, that's what rock star. Okay, sick.
Yeah, I'd rather see them play their songs well.
I would rather them be loose and cool and go on schizo, but not fucking up their songs.
Yeah.
Like, there's footage of, like, the best thing I ever saw, I remember on the internet, was I remember Axl Rose was singing, like, Welcome to the Jungle while sprinting around this, what's it called? Like,
Stadium.
athletics track.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, fuck, that is Lord. To sing and not skip a beat while running. Like, that's sick. Whereas other people are like, difficult. How sick are we? We drank like 4 beers before we came up. Mad, everyone drinks, you're fucking rock.
Yeah, I know.
Game of Thrones. The telling and not showing is the fun. I laughed the scene when Arya comes up to Jon and goes, Sansa, she's the toughest, Sansa, she's the smartest person I know. Is she? Can we know why?
Yeah.
Based on what?
What about the fucking faceless man that you trained with for a year?
Yeah.
Like,
they're clever. They know how to remove faces from each other.
God.
You're clever, Arya, because you managed to kill a whole family, bake them into a pie, and serve it to their boss. Can we see that? No. We were rewatching some of Game of Thrones a little while ago. I didn't want to. Husey was, I think. And it was...
Go on.
We rewatched like the Red Wedding episode.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Tense.
Yeah.
Atmospherical.
Yeah.
Building. You're like, fuck, I have heart
the
palpitations.
The music
and like,
and stuff.
Yeah, and it's like that bad thing happens and it was brilliant. And it's like, man... And then they got back at him in 4 microseconds with Arya killing them all, and there was no payoff for that bad shit happening. We just witnessed bad things and we're like, it's going to get to something.
Yeah, there has to be an equalization.
Equalization or, yeah, like, I don't know. Your mind is like, something cool will happen from this. But in the show, it was just like, he killed them all. Isn't she tough? Having someone who's the Terminator isn't tough. It's the Terminator. It's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the cool thing to do with the Terminator is show its flaws.
Yeah. I mean, Terminator 2, the cool thing about Terminator 2 is the end. Like, he learns a bit of empathy.
Human, yeah.
Oh, God, you make me cry. Fuck Terminator 2, man.
Terminator 2. Cracking
Terminator
film.
2. Fucking Terminator 2. I know now why you cry. Oh. How shit is the new Terminator look?
There hasn't been a good one since. So.
Terminator 3 was good.
To be honest, I think I watched it about 20 years ago, so I can't remember.
Terminator 3 was terrible, but it was good. It just hit its marks.
Yeah.
The action was brilliant.
Yeah.
The story wasn't bad. The story.
I watched the one with that chick from Game of Thrones. Me and Bo went to the movies, baked off our tits.
I was with you, I think.
Yeah.
And
I was fucking...
You and Bo?
We went and smoked a joint before we watched it. I was high. I couldn't tell you what happened in that movie. I was in there. It felt like 4 hours passed while we were watching the movie.
That's
I was like,
got to do...
I've got no idea what... the fuck's going on here? The shit happening. The CGI looks amazing.
That was the worst movie. Me, you, Frank, and Bo went.
Yeah.
That was shocking, that movie.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, didn't Bo say something funny? I can't remember. He probably
that's
did.
a
I
good
was high,
story.
so.
What about, like, there's a scene in that movie where Amelia Clarke is getting undressed in backlit, so you just, like, see her shadow.
Silhouette.
But she looks like Jessica Rabbit. Like, they've got her face, and then boobs like this, stomachs, and then, and like, this is a card. That movie is atrocious. That movie is atrocious.
Yeah.
Number 3 was bad, but it was sort of cool in that it was like, it totally destroyed the story of number 2.
Right.
In that number 3 was like, you can't stop Judgment Day. Number 2 was about stopping it. Number 3 was like, you can't.
Yeah.
It was okay, but then the one with Christian Bale was
I think
fine.
I've seen it.
Was fine, but it was crap. The one with Amelia Clarke.
It's just a different vibe, the Christian Bale one.
Yeah, it was a different movie. Exactly. The Amelia Clarke, I like her. I think she's really cool.
She's a terrible actor.
I think she's cool, and she's obviously really good looking, but fuck.
She can't act.
She's like the worst actor.
She cannot act. The fact that her character in Game of Thrones works is a miracle in my eyes.
It works in the early days because she's playing. She's grouse in the early seasons because she's playing a victim, quiet, stupid,
and then she
girl,
rises up.
And then you see
she's
her.
She's an underdog.
Yeah, exactly. And in fact, everyone loves underdog story, but she's terrible. She's not good at her
There's
job.
That movie.
She looks brilliant, and that's a good.
For Hollywood, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think I've seen this movie where she dates the guy in the wheelchair.
What are you talking about?
It's a movie that she's in, and it's just, I think it's called Me Something You, Me Against You. I don't know. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. She is the worst actress in it.
Yeah.
She does this thing where she fake laughs. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? No. Anyway, worst.
Yeah, I remember when she shows up as Sarah Connor in that Lord of the Rings movie, in that Terminator movie.
Yeah.
I think her first scene is she busts through the building in the truck and opens the door.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Come with me if you want to live," because we all know that reference, right? And like, she's a cute little girl. It's like, that's not Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
Sarah Connor's a fucking lord.
She's a badass.
Especially Lord Sarah Connor, who's had years of training.
Fucking badass.
Yeah. But man, the new one looks, it looks very, really bad.
Yeah, I can't say I'll be going to the movies to see it.
Oh,
Cannot say that I will be doing that.
I won't either. I was having this argument with someone the other day about Star Wars, and I'm like, I refuse to pay for Star Wars products anymore. And he's just like, oh, you think Disney cares about your 20? And it's like, I'm sure they don't. It's not the point. I'm like, are you going? And he's like, yeah, because I love Star Wars. I'm like, I did too. I liked it more than you. Don't worry. But you can't keep giving your money to things because I'm going. Based on its title. That's it. That's the reason why you're going.
Yeah.
That's not very good, is it?
No, I like the universe, and
There's no universe.
No,
it is no universe. If there aren't bad guys fighting good guys and a giant death weapon, what else is Star Wars?
No, I like reading all the books. I like the characters.
Books, not talking about books. Talking about the movies.
I like the characters.
They have proven that the universe of Star Wars, while it might seem big and expansive, really isn't.
No, it's not. But that's not the
small and shit and boring. And with Game of Thrones, with Game of Thrones, it's so sad when people waste their fandom on shit.
But I don't think that's not the reason. That's not the reason why I'm going to see it.
You just said you're going to see it because there's Star Wars written on the title.
Not really, but
someone could take
having seen all of it. Yeah.
Someone could take a shit on the floor, Star Wars a new shit, and you're going Disney.
I'm not going Disney. I'm just going to see it. Yeah.
Based on I see. I'm confused.
I just like the Star Wars universe, and I hear your arguments, but I don't think there's full validity. I don't care that it's a massive, expansive universe. I just like the characters that are there. It's better than other universes and stuff, Batman's the best, easily.
The Dark Knight ones.
Batman universe.
What are we talking?
Is
The Christopher Nolan one?
All of it. Like the whole. The whole story of Batman, I think, is the best. Like having Joker against the Batman, like the two opposing. Just mad.
This whole universe bullshit is a pretty new, annoying thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's dumb.
I agree.
It's
I
dumb.
agree.
The
I
Marvel
agree.
universe, the DC
Marvel's the
universe.
worst.
Oh, see, Marvel's the best at universe making.
Yeah, I know, but it's just so shit. All of the shit.
It's
films.
better than Star Wars.
Probably.
It's fucking 100 times. It's funny.
Better than
It's-
new Star Wars. It's not funny though. It's the same comedy over and over.
It's the same comedy, but the
terrible.
characters are all right.
That Marvel shit, that Marvel comedy is exactly what we're saying about. They put the jokes in so that you like the character. Fuck off.
But see, some of it isn't too bad. I watched Endgame. And I didn't want to because I don't give a fucking crap about superhero movies. I think they're dumb.
I hate them.
But I wanted to watch Endgame at the cinemas
watched
because
Ant-Man,
it was
had
big.
Paul Rudd in it.
Because it was big and it would be good to see it because it was making $1 billion a day. And I thought, this is worth my $20.
Was it?
Yes, totally was. They did jokes in there which were subtle. Like there's this subtlety there. There's a joke, Thor. Thor is big and fat. Big beard, big fat. And Tony Stark walks past him and says something like, all right, Lebowski.
Yeah.
See, it's fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
Because 8-year-olds aren't going to get that.
No.
That's for over 30s. And it was good and funny and subtle and not... It was just one... That's all. And then they moved, like, they didn't even acknowledge it.
I think... But I think Tony Stark is probably one of the only characters that actually is funny.
They try to make Thor
try to
funny.
make everyone else
They
his
put Paul Rudd. You
style.
just said they put Paul Rudd in it, so...
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't say I liked it.
Yeah, but he's a comedian. Actor. Yeah.
But I think the Marvel style of comedy is all based on Robert Downey Jr. So Robert Downey Jr. obviously Iron Man was really the first film in the
Of
Marvel
that universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
Right. And he did it well and he killed it and he's fucking hilarious because that's him. He's natural.
But those
It's funny.
first ones...
They try to make everything like that style of comedy and it just doesn't work because it's not him.
But also, take your point, but also it's the old putting the cart ahead of the horse scenario. When they did Iron Man 1, they sort of didn't anticipate, we're going to make a universe.
Correct.
It's sort of they did it. And then they did the next one. It's like, fuck, we can link them.
Yeah.
And then they're like, fuck, we're going for it.
Yeah.
And it worked. And I don't
Yeah.
like Marvel and I don't like Disney and the movies are boring, but it's still good. Because they just...
I like the first Avengers.
It's like
It
they
was
plan. It's a little bit of planning. Whereas the DC universe is atrocious and shit. And everyone hates it because it's crap. Because they're trying to get to the next thing before they've done this thing. Do this first.
Yeah, focus more. Yeah, do it well.
Yeah. But Star Wars and destroying fandoms. That's why I don't like people are like, oh, I'm not gonna watch whatever it is because I
You've got the good stuff already.
yeah,
And
but I
because
like
they're
new
not
good-
doing shit.
I do like new good things. Like I just listed.
So what if they
three
do-
quick ones? Drive and Hereditary and Under the Silver Lake.
What if they
Grouse.
do give you a new good one,
Then I'll say it's good and I'll love it.
but you won't watch it because you won't give them any money?
Do you honestly think that the next movie is going to be good? You know, let me tell you right now what the next movie will be.
I'm impartial at the moment.
The next movie will be the good guys have to fight the bad guys because the bad guys have got a super weapon. Who do you think's going to win?
Yeah, of course the good guys are going to win.
Now, I'm not taking credit for this one at all. There's a YouTubers called Red Letter Media. They are the best. They've come up with this grouse thing. They think, and I'm fucking agreeing with them.
Go on.
They think that we're going to get time travel in the next Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
They're going to go back in time and bring back Luke and all sorts of shit
Yeah.
because Marvel did it.
Oh, it'll suck.
They're going to do time travel in the next Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
And they made some good points. And like I said, brilliant YouTubers. And if you like Star Wars conversations, you know, they're good and they're fucking hysterical. And I'm like, this is it is that sad. They're that void of ideas.
I'll hate it.
But they are that void of ideas. Have a look at the fact that we just had a new Lion King.
The thing that
Lion King is like
shits me.
Lion King
I
is
saw
like
it. It was fine. It
You
wasn't. It did not compare to the first one.
Why?
What's
did
the
you
point of
see
doing
it?
it?
Why'd you see it? You know what was the point of doing it? Because Stu Watts gave him the old $18.50 and a pop of popcorn.
Yeah, I know. Totally.
I mean,
I get it, but I don't go to the movies that often, so that was one that I went to.
I don't go that often either.
I really want to just go to Cinema Nova and go to good films.
There are good films. Yeah, there are good films.
There are.
They're harder to find.
Yeah.
Because you get bombarded with the more expensive things that are generally crap.
Yeah, I'm hoping Tarantino movie's good. I've heard it's good.
I've heard it's good.
But that's marketing. You hear it's good because they tell you it's good.
Yeah.
They go, it's the best Tarantino movie ever. Well, Pulp Fiction exists, so I doubt that that's the case.
The best Tarantino movie ever, quotation marks, said by Tarantino.
Yeah. Said by Tarantino's marketing firm. Yeah.
But the thing is with him is like nearly every one of his movies are good.
They are. Yep. They are. Some of them aren't as good, but you can still see the intention behind it. Like, like for example, if you watch Jackie Brown, it's probably his weakest movie, but it's still good because...
Is Natural Born Killers his movie?
Well, he wrote it. He didn't direct it.
Because he's done... What has he done? 8?
Yeah, he's done 8.
Can you list them? I couldn't list them.
Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown.
Django?
No. Kill Bill 1, Kill Bill 2.
Yeah. You're doing them in order.
Inglourious Bastards, Django, and The Hateful Eight.
Cool. That's all of them.
Yep. And then he's got the new one. Yeah. But he's also done Planet Terror.
That was that
was his movie.
What's the movie with the chick?
No, not Planet Terror. Planet Terror was Rodriguez. His one was the car one.
Yeah. And that's where the girl from Charmed has a gun for her leg?
No, that's Planet Terror.
I heard that was terrible.
No, it's fine. It's good. It's enjoyable.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
But so this is the thing with like his official movies, but he did do that other one. I can't remember what it's called.
The one with Dragon, the one where Salma Hayek is in it. She's hot as hell.
No, that's fucking Something Till Midnight or whatever it is.
With
he acts in it.
Vampires come out of it.
That's a Rodriguez movie.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
it's fucking terrible.
Game of Thrones.
Why? Why more Game of Thrones?
No, just to finish it off. We've got to finish it off. It was like got requested.
Go finish it off.
I don't know.
Are we opening this?
You are fat, aren't you?
I'm bored already.
Yeah. It's same. I don't know. I want to get it out so it's done. I don't know what else to say. And then they make Bran King, which makes no sense. And then they
who's the fucking extras in that meeting?
Yeah.
Why are they there? Who the fuck are you? You've never been in this story.
It's like, okay, there's Robert.
Why are they all of a sudden okay to have a meeting? Why is it all of a sudden okay? Why are we okay to have a meeting?
Because all the good guys won.
Fuck no. It's just so stupid.
How bad is it? How bad? Last thing, because I can't be asked either, right? It's like Ned Stark has a bastard, ruins his reputation, strains his marriage.
So he's an underdog now?
Whatever. No, I'm just saying he strains his marriage with Catelyn because he had this bastard and he broke his vow. Honourable Ned did the wrong thing. Gonna have this bastard. Then we find out it wasn't his bastard. He was keeping a secret. He went to his grave with the secret of Jon's real parentage. And then Jon finds out. And how does Jon feel? We don't know.
Yeah, we have
they don't
no
show
idea.
Us. I have this, but oh man, people are so annoying. I have this argument with people. They go, well, obviously he would have been upset. Can we see that?
Yeah,
they did it off camera. Then what's the point of a television show? What's the point of a television? Don't have it. Close your eyes and just think about things. I'm going to think of a character named Jon.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm 100%.
So, and then he's Aegon Targaryen. Sweet, cool. That serves no point. Ned's secret that he took to the grave served no point.
Yeah.
It affected zero. The only effect it had was Varys go, you should be king. I don't want it. Okay. In this world of Game of Thrones, people advocate all the time from the throne. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There was the guy, there was the old blind maester. He was a Targaryen. He says, I didn't want it. I joined the Black Watch. So that's okay to do. No, you should do it. I don't want her. She's my queen. Okay. Move on. She's evil, that Cersei. Why? She just saved the world. And she's really shown no...
Cersei? Wrong person.
Wrong person. Sansa. Arya. Daenerys. Why? She's bad, that one. Why? Because she made a grumpy face because Jon was with his friends? Girls make grumpy faces all the time when they're with their friends. Watch out for that, Daenerys. She's a bad one. We know. They're literally doing Hitler talk. She's literally Hitler.
Yeah.
She's doing what is it? The Iron Will Triumph video that the Nazis did. And she's there speaking this foreign language. We'll crush our enemies. Yeah, Arya, she is bad now.
Yep.
She just dropped a nuke on innocent people.
Yeah, in case you didn't realize that she's bad, we're telling you in English to the camera. Better be like, she's better for them to go, she's really bad, isn't she?
She's the baddie now.
At the camera.
Did you think Cersei was the baddie? And then the last thing to Cersei, they're filming it like we're supposed to have sympathy for her. She's crying, oh, Jamie, I don't want to die. And then it's like, are we supposed to feel like...
No.
Are we supposed to feel sorry for her?
Why? Yeah, fuck. There's just so much wrong with it.
And then all the shit...
Analysing all the things that wrong with it would take so long.
It does, yeah. That's why, like I said, Lindsay Ellis, she's a great YouTuber. She does 2 videos. One of them's 40 minutes. One of them's an hour. And the first...
Tackles it all.
Yeah, the first episode, the first video that goes for 40 minutes is she sort of backstories a little bit. And then the second video, she does each character. And she just talks about how, they just do characters dirty. But she made one good point, which I just wrote down, is that good things should not be devalued by knowing the ending. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they keep remaking Romeo and Juliet. Or they keep remaking Macbeth in different forms. Okay. You can go and watch Sopranos or Godfather or Breaking Bad again or whatever you like again. You can listen to a song again and again and again. Knowing how something is and ends shouldn't devalue the ending.
Yeah, totally.
Whereas who the fuck is going to watch Game of Thrones again?
Yeah, I know.
There is no point. You put Sopranos or you put Mad Men on in front of me, I'm done for the next 80 hours. I'll rewatch that shit forever. But I have no interest in ever watching or interacting with Game of Thrones as a TV show at all times. Because everything they did for 7 years
ruined it.
Built up to shitness.
Yeah.
And people knew the shit was coming a mile away anyway.
There's a difference between having good parts of things and then like the ending being shit. For Game of Thrones, it's like you cannot build something up so much and then not answer any of it.
You've got to have some idea.
There has to be something.
But that's what point. They had the idea. The idea is at the end, Daenerys nukes the world, and I'm fine with that.
If it happens correctly, yeah.
If it happens. If it
makes sense,
you can't just go from snap.
She's angry now.
She's angry now,
and she's gonna ruin all of her values that she had for reasons for killing people, reasons for not killing people. All of a sudden, she's just a different person. It's a different character.
What she did is like literally the worst thing that's ever happened in that world. She did of all the bad people in the world, Cersei, Tywin, the Mad King who was this big bad evil person that needed to be overthrown. He never dropped a nuke on people.
Yeah, what did he do? What was his baddest
He was suspicious of people, and he put wildfire all throughout the city.
Yeah,
which he never did. He was going to use it, and that's why Jaime killed him.
Right.
And he burnt alive Ned's parents. And he was just a suspicious, old, crazy person.
Yeah.
Jaime, how brilliant is it? The last episode or the second last episode when he...
Jaime's character's fucking useless.
When he leaves Brienne to go back to Cersei. Okay. Then he gets caught, and we didn't see it, but cool. And he's chained up, and when Tyrion lets him go. And he goes he says to Tyrion... completely like ending any interest in Jaime is Tyrion. He goes to Tyrion because the truth is I never cared about the people of King's Landing. But you proved that you did, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you killed the Mad King.
Yeah.
And you killed the Mad King and your reputation was destroyed. You got called Kingslayer. You got treated like garbage. But you knew you did the right thing. You saved everybody.
Yep.
Turns out I didn't care.
Yeah. And now I still love my sister.
See,
you hated her for ages.
Loving the sister, I'm okay with. I'm all right with that.
Deep down, deep down, yes,
I'm okay.
And it's okay with ending that way, but it's okay with the actual action of them dying together is totally fine. But it's like how you got to that and just completely like, what's the point of being with that big chick? What's her face?
Brienne.
Yeah, it's like he wouldn't have. He would have if he was that in love with his sister. He wouldn't have even thought of her. He wouldn't have appeased her.
I totally agree with everything you're saying. The sister love I think is fine. They just obviously get to that bit where he chooses her.
yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
You need some development, but we're not going to have that. But that scene in the bathtub when he's just like to Brienne and he's like, how dare the wolf question the lion? He didn't know what I did. He just called me Kingslayer. I saved everybody. Turns out he didn't really care.
I think
he just did it for lols.
I've got a question for you. Who is the closest? Because I don't know that many of them, and I think I have an answer for it. Who's the closest character to actually having a purpose and serving that purpose
From like beginning to end.
Yeah, it's old mate, the one that helped Jamie train, the real cunty guy.
He has no purpose.
Yeah, he has no purpose, but his character, as a character, is like,
Bron.
yeah,
He. See, I would say he's probably one of the
worst.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's the character that
Because Bron had his ending. He got awarded the castle.
So why did he come
He had
back?
his ending,
Yeah.
and then they're like,
Let's
"Come
have
with
a
me
meeting.
to."
That meeting was so fun.
No. Before then, he's like season 5. Jamie's like, "Come with me to Dawn, and we're going to go save my daughter." No, I got a castle. I'll get you a bigger castle. Okay, I'm in. And they go to Dawn, and then in the last season, they get a plan to tell Bronn to go to Winterfell to kill Jamie and Tyrion. I'm like, fuck, if he kills them, that'd be interesting. He goes there and they're like, I'm going to kill yous. I'll give you Highgarden. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, is that all it takes? So Littlefinger's work and scheming, years of manipulating and working his way up to here, he just needed a crossbow. He just needed one crossbow, cat Tyrion on the dunny one day and say, I'll kill you now, give me Highgarden.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I shouldn't
And he
have
would have
schemed so
figured
much.
that out. He would have figured that out.
It's like,
Because characters were smart.
yeah, it's just a
So
slap in
who
the face
then?
to anyone who likes
Which
the show.
characters then? Is there any characters that
Nah.
that actually
Have a purpose from
had a
beginning to end.
purpose and served it, and there's nothing that's tainted because of their existence or the way that things entered?
Well, Daenerys,
Brienne?
nah, she has no purpose. She's just, what fuck purpose she got? She's a guard.
Yeah, but did anything actually taint her existence?
Well, I see it's different things. It's more serving a purpose to the story. And I think the only one who does is like Daenerys.
What about I've got one but it's probably because she died in season 3. Is fucking their mum? What's her name? Catelyn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course. But people did serve function.
Yeah.
People, yeah.
All right, so anyone in the last season
Yeah.
or the last 3 seasons.
I mean, Jon Snow. He says 4 words the whole time. She's not McLean. She's McLean. I don't
Yeah.
want it.
Yeah.
What's the point of you being on the show? Go away then.
Yeah.
Let's have people who are doing something or engaged in what's happening.
It's. Do you know what happens? It's giving the power to these people who make the show because at the start, it's the same thing with George Lucas. It's like at the start you didn't have all the power. You relied on everyone else around you, and then because something's successful, then they're like, you can do whatever you want.
No one's going to argue with you.
And
that definitely works, but it definitely works the opposite where dictators who are not hack frauds, like the Game of Thrones writers, like George Lucas, people who are actually good at their craft, they need to be dictators. Like Tarantino.
Scorsese,
It's what's going to happen the way he does it.
Yeah.
Scorsese. David Chase, Sopranos.
Yeah.
He did Sopranos, and in the 2nd episode or 3rd episode, he has Tony strangling that guy. And HBO are like, you can't do that. You cannot have the main character that we're supposed to like and relate to be a murderer in episode 2.
He's like, watch me.
And he's like, this is my show and I will do it this way or I'm going. Don't worry about it. So, yes, committee works when you've got an idiot at the helm. But if you had someone with a vision and knows what they're doing, he's a dictator. Let him do it and shut the hell up.
But how do you?
I don't know.
You have to have the ability to see who is worth giving that power to.
Yeah.
Anything else? You had one
Nah.
other thing about Julia's cakes. I don't know what that is.
Nah, it's nothing. That's nothing. Did you vote?
That'll do.
Did you vote?
When?
I don't know, the last election.
Probably. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Who'd you vote for?
Labor.
Same.
Good. All right.
Oh, I've got to go toilet too.
All right.
Bye. Goodbye.